Good evening, everyone, and welcome to KingPittdawg Racing. I join you where I left you, and here we are right back in it. We're going to jump in here and try to get into Mt Panorama. I'm not completely upset if I don't get in here, but we're going to try to at least give it a shot. Change car, Super GT 500, car settings, hard tires, and we made it. Unfortunately, maybe. I kind of let fate that if everything went right and I got in here, we would just go ahead and run the race. Otherwise, I'm going to go over the KRaPSMoN truck. I've been kind of bedridden here for the last couple hours, so I feel a lot better right now. So hopefully this stays. It looks like my stream is working, so... again, welcome everybody to KingPittdawg Racing. I'm Kevin. Today it's Manufacturers Cup here at the famed Bathurst Mt Panorama racing circuit in Australia. This has never been one of my good tracks, but I've been getting better at it, so I'm really challenging myself to try to do better here, but I've had a couple of disastrous races earlier. You can watch those on the video if you want. I wouldn't suggest it, but you certainly can. I'm running the GT500 Super because the Racing Concept Super is just way too hard to handle on hard tires. I've been driving that car for years, and it's never been good on hard tires. It's almost impossible to drive for me anyway. The car is just way too unstable in the rear. I think it's the short wheelbase on this particular car being as small as it is, but or not this particular car, but the Racing Concept Z4 based Supra. Hey, there's oil pressure. Look at that. I forget how to do that thing with the... Whoop. Alright, so while we're waiting for the warm-up... Hey, what's up, Steve? How's it going, sir? And again, I'm going to go up after this race. I'll get into some more technical stuff, and if anybody has any HECS questions, we're kicking it off here about 2 days from now, almost exactly. So we'll be running Daytona in the Group 2 cars, the 2016 NSX, GTR, and RCF, and then the HISR HSS SR cars. And again, I've got videos dedicated to those, so go check those out if you want to race one of those. There's so many cars to... so many cars that I can't even touch on them in a short time, no matter what I do. But basically, they're all the same. 2,800 pounds minimum weight. Actually, 2,800 pounds weight is the spec weight. 255 max horsepower. We want to see between 250 to 255 max horsepower, and we also want to see under 616 in the room on the PP, because that's what we're going to set limits at. So give me just a minute here to put my VR on, people, and we'll be right back racing. Yeah, you guys are going to get this blue screen while this thing sets up. I got to look around real quick. There we go. Alright, we are all good. So, here we go. Let's get out there and get some really poor qualifying laps in. I probably won't get 2 in at this point. And it's not... Look at... There's me looking straight ahead. This VR is so stupid when you set it up. I was looking straight ahead when I set it up, but because it changed screens, it moved me, and that's just... I don't understand that. You're sitting, why would it do that? I'm gonna go with the 1-1 traction control and rear bias setup. These are hard tires, and they do not pick up temperature very quickly here, so... We'll see what we can do here. I don't know if we'll... Doesn't seem to be responding very well from what I was doing earlier, so we'll see what happens here. And it seems really blurry right now. I must not have the headset adjusted right. Alright. These headsets, you gotta have them like dead on right if they don't work right. Alright, here we go. Coming up to our time lap. Looks like we're just going to get the one lap in, so... Damn it. You just will not grip the rear on throttle there. Even going up a gear, it doesn't make a difference. Jesus! Damn it, that just fucked my whole lap up. Pardon my French. I tried 2 traction control, but then I can't get my throttle brake steering to work with that, so we'll go with what we got. We'll just hope we can race well. Come on, pick it up, you 4-cylinder turd. Let's go. Yes, those of you who don't know, the famous Mark IV Supra is GT500 form is powered by the 3S GTER 4-cylinder engine. To me, it's not a Supra if it's not having an inline 6 in it, but I digress. Shit! That didn't do it. Damn it. Shit. Well, don't know what I did there. Everything I did exactly the same as when I ran the fast laps, but so be it. We're just going to be a lot more careful this time. I'm going to try cleaning this VR headset. Alright, well, we got this break in the action here since I was the one of the first ones to not get a second lap. We are starting the HECS, now rebranded from the Holiday Exhibition Challenge Series, which we started off to fill in the gaps between the Gran Turismo World Series races during the holiday season, into a full season, full all-year, 3, I guess you call them a series, racing challenge series, and and we'll be running our 2024 season 3 starting Friday the 22nd, so just 2 days from now. We'll be at Daytona International Raceway. We'll be running Group 2 2016 Acura NSX GTR and an RCF, and then our own spec race cars we've developed, the HISSers or HSSSR cars, which is the HECS stock, specially modified spec race cars. So they're just HISSers. They're not HSSSR race cars. They're because race car is in the name of it. It's just HISSer. That's why we've just kind of gone with the HISSer name. It's just easier. And we'll be running those cars at Daytona, 2 classes are racing for that. An opening event for the 2024 season, and then following next weekend we'll be running the Cup cars, another car we developed, basically the same car with different engine specs, V8 naturally aspirated rear-wheel drive cars, just like NASCAR cars. Same basic build on the cars, making them race cars, but then these will have basically double the horsepower. And those will be the BMW M3, the 07. Let me get this up here. Yep. Okay, so we got the BMW. They're all the V8 cars, so V8 naturally aspirated cars. Basically, any of them that were in the game I could find, I allowed. And that includes the, again, the 07, I think it is, M3, which had the V8 in it. The RCF. The 2014. Again, these are cars you buy from Brand Central. The 2016 Camaro, 2016 Ford Mustang GT350R, and the what year was that thing? The 2013 Crown Athlete converted over with the engine swap, because the Crown Athlete's actually available in both classes, both the HSSR and the Cup cars, but you keep the stock V6 in the HSSR cars. So, all right, let's switch over here and get ready here. It's Manufacturers Cup here at Mt Panorama in Australia, and we're running in the GT500 Supra Mark IV. Again, this is the 4-cylinder version for all the 2JZ fanboys out there. 2JZ is just way too heavy of an engine to put in a race car. That sucker, my Supra engine, my 5M, weighs like 457 pounds, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember the stats right, the bolted together 2JZ weighs 653 pounds. And that's why, and I'll go into that later on, the newer Supra, if you're going to run the newer Supra, you have to swap it over to 2JZ, because the extra weight takes the performance points of the car down enough where we can get it within the HSSR spec. So I've got videos on that. You can watch my previous videos. If you really want to get it, the Hisser video that I put up a few nights ago, it should be about 4.5 hours long. That is going to have the most information for you. You can scan through the ones. I tried to do every single car from going into wide bodying it all the way to the specs. So again, there will be some specs allowed and some things adjusted. There will be no individual gear adjustments on these cars. So let's see what we can do here. I'm going to get my VR on as we're getting ready to go racing. Alright, here we go. That already seems to be better. So it's going to throw us inside the car really late, I think, on this. They need to adjust that. They put us in the car in VR, like, right when they give us the green, which is just stupid. They need to give us a few seconds. So we'll set that, we'll set our gear ratio. I'm going to just real quick click the thing to get my VR screen done. So here we go. There goes our jets. Somebody didn't pay attention where they went. Alright, we just got 2 spots where we can be relatively comfortable with. I'm being really careful this race. I am not gonna... I had a what looked like a glitch to me in the last race, so we'll see. It kind of sucked me into the wall and kept me. It's like I went into the wall instead of hitting the wall. It's like the game had a kind of a glitch. And in here in the car, it looked like I didn't hit anything. And another thing that might be throwing me off, I am sitting on a pillow still, so it's... I am not like sitting in the seat. I'm kind of like holding myself up a little bit, so we'll... It might be affecting my racing a little bit, I don't know. But I feel so much better than I did on whatever day it was this weekend, Saturday. I felt so crap, I just couldn't even move. I am very happy to be feeling better, and very thankful to be feeling better. Oh, we got some people scraping out here. Ah, don't force me in the wall, idiot. Pay attention! Alright, let's see what we can do. And I'm not gonna push the luck here. We gotta run on this guy, but we're gonna coast it in here. Lost a little bit of time there waiting for him to get out of that corner. This thing does not have the legs the racing concept, the super race, what I call the SRC, has on the straightaways, that is for sure. Oh, you idiot, you bumped me out, you bastard. Finding I don't have a lot of patience with people when I'm in pain. Sucks when somebody bashes your ass in, doesn't it, you moron? Get the fuck out of my way. Pardon my French. Like I said, I'm losing my patience here. With these people. I've had such bad luck already today. This guy cannot fucking drive, that's for sure. Glad he spun himself out. Don't have to worry about him anymore. It's not an overtake zone. It's a place where you make a overtakes. You start an overtake. This is an overtake zone. About the only legitimate one here on this track, unless you can get them down the other straightaway, but you don't do it going into the corner, because it's a one-lane corner. Barely. Alright, hopefully we won't do what we did, work ourselves up into the top middle part of the field and then have problems. There's another attrition for us, attrition position. I still don't think I get that corner right ever. Yeah, we'll pit on lap 9 like we've been doing. That way we don't have to spend as much time on fuel and can try to focus on making up for our fuel penalty, our pit road penalty. Because there is nowhere to enter this pit road without crossing the line. I've slowed down my entry in there to see if I can kind of run off the corner a little bit better. I've been searching this whole race, this whole round here. This is my third attempt, and didn't quite have the speed there. I didn't, almost sucked it right into the wall. Still, I stopped earlier and it took longer there. I don't know, maybe I didn't hit the brakes hard enough. Maybe I didn't, maybe I had more speed, who knows. I don't know. Maybe I need to stay in third gear. Maybe it'd grip better if I didn't shift. You think higher gear, less if you're losing grip, I don't know. I think I'm overthinking it maybe. I think this car just isn't very good here. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, damn it. I skim that curb, it seems to hurt it more. Seemed like I had a bad section there. And that really killed my lap there, otherwise we would have been in the 208s. And see, I get purple in this first segment, so I get through there very well. It does actually seem to grip better in third. Maybe the shift is throwing the traction off. Well, that still slips there, and even in third gear. That's why I shift early there, is because it just doesn't want to hold the rear end. Good jump off that time. Ooh, we're doing good so far. So far, so good. Ooh, yeah, we're a full second up. There, we're on full throttle that time. We didn't have to burp it there. Damn it, I still got in the loose shit there. It just wants to suck the car out. That cost me about 3/10, that little bobble there. Alright, so we're on lap 7. We've run a 2:08.438 is our best. We got a couple laps before we're going to pit. Did rotate good there. Damn it. Every time I get a good section in one area, I get a bad section in another. That's going to throw my whole freaking lap off there. Just one little burp. Shit. Ain't letting off it. Shit fucking thing, god damn it. Now I got idiot child in front of me again. God bless it. Man, that was a horseshit lap. But at least I didn't hit the wall. But you know the leaders aren't making those 3-second mistakes a lap. Lift and shift and go. As soon as this thing lands, I let off, throttle, brake, throttle, curb. I just gotta try not to overdrive. So when I keep trying to push my limits is when I get screwed up. That's just a better car in front of me there. Might be able to outdrive them here a little bit, but I don't think I'm gonna. Once they get going, if they're on them, if they're in a rhythm, I ain't gonna get them. He just overdrove the entry there. Covered pretty nice, but. That might have been the best exit I've gotten all day. Alright, so now with the pit stop sequence going through here, we've got ourselves up to 4th. A little wide entry there. We've got no fuel load in the back, so the car should be pretty nose heavy right now. If I was braver, if I hadn't whacked the wall really early in the first race, I'd probably be a lot braver through right there. But I whacked it a couple of times, actually. Alright, we'll be pitting this time, and I'm going to be really super careful going in the pits because I have went off the pit road every time so far in the previous 2 races. Again, there is no place to cross over pit line without crossing the line, so I don't know if it was my driving off or entry, who knows. Alright, we're going to get a change of tires. I think my right eye is just blurry. It has been this afternoon. Alright, we'll have 7 laps to go when we come down here, so we'll get 8 laps of fuel just to make sure we got some weight in the car. Alright, there we go. Release! And we came out right behind our orange buddy. And I gotta fix the VR again. Alright, there we go. Now we're looking ahead. Again. Fix it, Tony, that's just stupid. Fresh tires, lots of fuel weight now. Got to drive her a little different than I was driving at the end there. Whew. Got the curb there I usually don't get there. Vin got off that okay, but I don't think as good as they did. Somebody had a penalty up here, so it's going to tighten things up. Going to tighten it up. Oh no, he had a bad penalty apparently. And it looks like they're not driving. Alright, we'll keep adjusting down here as we lose fuel weight and the tires get warmer. We overdrove that one a little bit. That'll close me in a little bit as long as I don't slip here. Whoa, I almost followed him right in the wall there. Jeez, dude. I'm driving this area slow, and you're really slow. Get your friggin' turn signal off, moron. And again, if we ever become friends, Mr. Fake Sergeant in that 79, I don't mean that to heart, I just mean... I just get really emotional during this. So I apologize for all the people I've called names. Maybe I can get both these guys going down the straightaway if they get into each other here. It's actually a pretty good overtake if he gets this guy. That was pretty clean. I'll give him props for that. Whoa, I'm gonna run up on him in a hurry here. Didn't want to run him out. I think I was pretty clean through there. I have to slow down so bad through there, I can't get off that corner no matter what I do. About 4.5 laps to go here. We'll see if we can catch any of these guys ahead of us. He's catching people, and I think I am too. 827, I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm keeping pretty much in pace with them here for right now. Whoa! I thought I was a gearhead. Whew. Recovered that okay, I guess, but I still lost a little ground up there. I got an ultra conservative there, and it actually seems to be picking up the pace for me a little bit, so. We'll see what we got down here at the first timing marker. We're up on our own time. Woo! I was a little late on my turn that time. I think he followed me into the wall back there behind me. I'm sorry, dude. It's so easy to be following somebody else and just follow them right into the wall when they have an error. Alright, we got 2.5 to go here. We got all blue this time. Let's see if we can get down in the 207s. Idea is not being able to have to burp it right there. Keep that momentum up going down the hill here. Again, we're trying to steer with more with the brakes and throttle than as much steering input. That's a hard transition to make. Especially considered I did thousands of hours of racing on just a resistance wheel, racing NASCAR races and that over the years back in the infancy of sim racing. What happened? Oh, I wonder if he ran out of fuel. Ah, that fucked me up though, man. Dang, nabbit, now the car's damaged. Ah! Shit. Well, that's probably the best I'm gonna do then, if I can't. Do not lose it, Kevin. Better off to lose a few seconds than 10. Car is gonna be healed here, I think, by the time we get to the straightaway. Again, we're losing. We got some pressure from behind. Now we're going to have to kick her in the tail here. Let's go, baby. We lost 3.5 seconds there. We got 1.5 laps. I did get into the 207, so I don't feel like such a failure. Ooh, we launched off there. We got a good run. Leaving Orange Man in the dust here. Well, he really drives those entries hard, probably because it's a better car. Come on, let's go. Dig, baby, dig. Alright, let's finish this lap off good. Or lap. Lop off. Am I going Australian? And looks like we did our fuel right too. Still had almost a full lap. Alright, I'll take that. I'll take that. That was not a disaster as much as the first 2 races. May have slightly rescued my DR there. Oh yeah. Ah, man, that track is a ton of work, especially when you're not feeling well. Ray has tenums. Ray has tenums. Ray has tenums. Mr. Noms. Ray has tenums. Mr. Noms 96. Okay, well, I don't know. Well, T-Case did pretty good after all on that one. I'll give him credit. I don't know what happened to Mr. Fake Sergeant. He must have ran out of gas. Oil pressure looks like he must have just cut out. Oh, well, that was a acceptable result. 7 positions up is pretty darn good. Especially here. It is hard to overtake here. I always like to congratulate the winner. I just think that's a sportsmanship thing to do, unless I'm pissed off and cranking at people. Oh, he left. I tried to give somebody props and they took off on me. Alright. Fuel? It still says he's running. That's weird. What if he had like a quasi-disconnect or something? That was really strange. So he was cutting up pretty good. I was trying to follow him and... Actually, it says both of those are still running. You always run out of time trying to print in that crazy-ass screen. Alright, well, I think we recovered okay there. Let's take a look at our driver rating. Boy, I don't know if I want to run that endurance. I don't know. We'll see if I've got the energies come Saturday. But let's see here. Let's take a look at the driver rating. Well, we rescued it. I think we kept it right about where it was after that first race. So, one thing I'm going to do here, guys, I want to touch on a couple of things. Number one is the KRaPSMoN Trukz. I want to try to make these things more competitive. I was going through all my lists and trying to put everything in order to post everything on Facebook. And the KRaPSMoN Trukz, I'm going to change a few things on those. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll take a quick break here for about 10 minutes. I'm going to leave the screen up here. I'm going to leave the list up here. I think what I'll do is I'll leave the list as many of the HSSR cars as I can get, so that you can, if you want to look through that. But they start right here with the old cars, right here with the Willys Jeep. I'm going to pass over the older ones. Nobody's probably going to drive these until we have our vintage race, so we'll post up as many of the newer-ish ones as possible. Again, starting in the 80s, we'll bump up. We'll put these up here. These are cars that I've built. You can kind of go down the list if you want to pause the screen or whatnot. This is probably your bread and butter area once you get into the 90s and up to like 2000 here. But these are your cars. I will be back in a few minutes. I'm going to take a break, and we'll go over some individual things on some of these. So I'll be back here in a few minutes, and we'll go over some more of the things, and I want to do some adjustments on the KRaPSMoN Trukz. So give me a little bit, and I'll be right back in. I want to get my notes together and have everything ready here. So hold on just a few minutes, guys. Alright everybody, I'm back. Had to take a little bit of a break there. Got a little out of sorts, so got me some water. So, alright. So here we are, I wanted to go about and talk about the KRaPSMoN Trukz. Went through these HSSR cars, full detail, cup cars, but we want to get into the KRaPSMoN Trukz right now, and I want to look into these. So what we're going to do, we're going to take these two. I only have one Raptor, so what I'm going to do is just to make this as easy as I can on you guys, we're going to go build a new Raptor, and then we're going to add some things to it. So I'm going to leave this one where it's at. Actually, I'm going to just open it so they're all together, just so I can find them. Let's go find the other Tundra real quick. I wish there was a way you could just sort these cars out by favorites. Like my favorite, 10 of them in group A, B, C, D, E, F, G, something like that, Something perhaps for a future update. Anyway, okay, so KRaPSMoN Trukz, I want to get into this. Again, we're taking a stock truck and what's really intended to be an off-road truck and trying to make a race truck out of it, which is not accurate to the KRaPSMoN Trukz, real trucks, which are basically just tube chassis race cars with the quasi-truck body on them. But we're doing what we can. We're trying to have some fun here. And so I'm going to go in here. We're going to go over here, Brand Central, buy a Raptor. Again, that way I'll have two Raptors, because I don't... Actually, you know what? Well, regardless, we'll buy a new one. So it's a SVT Raptor 11. Again, this is an extended cab, or what's called a super cab, not a super crew, which is the 4-door. So that alone, I think the wheelbase, if we look at it, they don't give us a wheelbase on these. But anyway, this is a little different than the Tundra, which is a full double cab, full crew cab vehicle. So this one actually is a short box, so it's a 5-foot box, 5.5-foot box extended cab. So these are a shorter wheelbase truck. It's more or less a standard cab short bed. But these are the mini beds like they put behind the crew cabs. So let's go ahead and get that vehicle. We're going to buy it in red this time. So yes, we want to get in this vehicle now. Yes, okay. So first thing, again, this is going to be built just like our HSSR cars and our cup cars. We are going to start off going in and wide bodying this. So we start over here, cart maintenance and service, and you're going to go down to wide body and add that. Again, my initial target for these was about 550 horse. I think we ended up at like 5 something. But we're going to add some more horsepower to these things, see if we can pick up the pace with them a little bit. I was contemplating this afternoon, probably spent more time than I should have. I should have been posting stuff on Facebook and going through my notes. But I was going through my notes and I found the old KRaPSMoN Truck notes and I was going through it and I'm like, well, I'll give the Tundra a little bit of an advantage already. So let's put these both on an even keel all the way through and then restrict the power. So we're going to go in and fix that. So first thing we're going to do here, after we've done the wide body, is put our wheels on. Again, the spec wheels, and they are these BBS racing wheels, which are not where they used to be. Let's see, they got a red mark on there. They are right there. So they're 20-inch, and we want wide, and that's the spec wheel for all this Raptor and the KRaPSMoN or the Tundra. So we are going to not put the skid plate. We're going to put this style of front bumper on it, which we already have. You can see from building these before. We're going to get rid of Type B, get rid of the side skirts, or the Nerf bars. And then the rear bumper, we're just going to put on this different one because, well, we don't have a lot of options. But I'm trying to get it out of the wind, basically, getting the bumper ends out of the wind. This truck actually has a tonneau cover on it, and that's how they come factory. See, one of the hard three-piece tonneaus that flips. The Tundra does not. So the Tundra actually has a little bit of, it seems like it would have more aero drag, but again, this game doesn't always make sense. So we can't put a wing on these things, so we're going to make a race car, so put some hood pins on it. You can do either one you want. We can't put roll cages in these either, or tow hooks, because they've already got the big old bar to tow on, so not a big deal there. We're going to put some super cool headlights, so they're just like me. License plate, I think we leave it, let's see, I don't remember why the rear, yeah, we can do type A rear only, that way we can change it. And then we did the front bumper, we did the front grille. Oh, the front grille, this is where you can have some leeway. You can put different lighting. These cars look really cool. These are going to be red night race, so different lighting, whatever you want to do. The Tundra even allows more lights in the bumper. So I've picked C because it had the most lights, but we'll pick B on this one because it's a different truck. So this is going to have yellow and white lights on it. And we can't put our caliper color on yet. So that is your cosmetic upgrades, and I dare say aero upgrades. This thing has a aerodynamics of an airplane hangar, so I don't think it really is going to make a massive difference, but I'm trying to work within the limits of the physics of the game. Tuning shop now, again, everything the same as our Cup car. Everything is exactly the same, except we got to do a lot of weight reduction on these because we want them right about 4,200 pounds. So weight reduction stage 1. Don't forget our power restrictor and our ballast, because we will be trying to balance these out. We might be having to add weight. We're not going to do anything in here yet. Don't forget our fully customizable computer. Fully customizable LSD. Increased body rigidity. And then weight reduction stage 3. Oh, we didn't do stage 2. Ah, I knew I missed something. Okay, there we go. Stage 2 first, then stage 3. Alright, so 4,142 pounds on this one as it sits right now. And then we're going to get all of our engine stuff here that we normally get. So we're going to get racing air filter, racing muffler, racing exhaust, racing brake pads. Now remember, this is just like the KRaPSMoN, or the, I keep getting them confused, the Cup car. So we're going to jump over right away since we just got our brake pads and get our carbon ceramic brake kit. Okay? And then we can go back here and put the rest of our stuff together. We're going to get the torque vectoring center differential, and that is to make this as close to a rear-wheel drive truck as possible. Racing clutch and flywheel, fully customizable suspension, brake balance controller, fully customizable racing transmission. Again, just like the Cup car, that's your differences with your hissers and these cars. Our tires, and again, I always get the hards last, or the mediums last, because that's our spec tire. The whole series runs mediums as required. And then this one, we're not going to do anything in the Ultimate, but what we're going to do now, we're going to go back through our list here, and there's nothing on engine mods over here, so we're going to go to Club Sports. I don't think we need to bore up this engine. We did bore up the Tundra engine, but we're going to do high lift camshaft. Okay. We're going to do racing crankshaft on both trucks, okay, and that'll strengthen everything up. And then this one we're going to do stroke up on this one because I think it adds us more torque. Yep, okay. And then engine balance tuning, just like we would do on a race car. So my goal, and we hit it. I cannot believe we hit it. I'm also going to do polish ports on this. So 561 horse, 555 horse was my number. So that was the number I was going for. I don't think we need to do anything up in here. We won't be using these enough. I really don't want people to spend too much credits on them, but we're gonna do some fun races with these. We might run some dirt races, but we also might run the short tracks in these. So it'd be there's a couple of NASCAR style tracks that we can use that we might use for some exhibition races. So just some fun. So just if you guys want to build these, I will do another whole video on these KRaPSMoN trucks after we get all these numbers finalized. But I'm not going to do the bore up on the Ford because it's already a 6.4 liter there. Almost. Yeah, 6.4 liter with the stroke up that we did. So again, let's just go over everything. We're just going to stay across the top here. Nothing in sports, but we do need to do our weight reduction, stage 1. Our high lift camshaft, which you would have on a racing engine, makes sense. Don't forget weight reduction stage 2, and then we'll need our power restrictor and ballast. Racing crankshaft, fully customizable computer. and the semi-racing, and then fully customizable LSD. Get that final weight reduction in there and increased body rigidity, so we're welding the whole thing up. And then stroke up, engine balance tuning, and polished ports. And then our standard racing air filter, muffler, and exhaust manifolds. Racing brake pads, brake balance controller, fully customizable suspension, racing clutch and flywheel. Again, very important torque vectoring center differential, because we're going to set this at 5 to the front, 95 to the rear. So we're going to be as close to a rear-wheel drive vehicle as we can. Fully customizable racing transmission, and then our tires. And then don't forget to get your carbon ceramic brake kit on these trucks and also on the Cup cars. So that's the main differences, is the racing transmission right here and the carbon ceramic brake kit when you're building a Cup car, KRaPSMoN truck, or a HSSSR car. So the hissers are more of a common racing. They use the standard brake kit. And then these NASCAR style cars are using the carbon ceramic brake kit, which NASCAR does not, but I wanted it to be an upgrade on these, and that's what the game allows us. So nothing under the Ultimate. Again, I'm trying to keep that as fair and square as I can there. There's a few cars that have to that we have to get into there for engine mods, but again, if you're going to have to be at that 50 level to run the Ultimate stuff. So there's their basic build on the KRaPSMoN truck. We can go back to GT Auto now, change our caliper color, and then what I'm going to do on this one, again, you could build all the buy all the performance mods, then come over here, but I just think it's easier from a process standpoint to get your wide body and then just jump right in here and get all this stuff. But again, it's up to you. The caliper color's already red. That's what I was going to change it to, so I think we're good there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the livery on this, and then we're going to go change the color to red, so we know the difference between the two trucks. I'm going to do the same thing on the Tundra. We're going to change it to a gray, I think, but this is ruby red, I would assume, on this one. But looking at the 3-stage flip it's got, so that's RR, code RR, ruby red. Very nice, very, very nice color. So let's go to load style, and we should have one Raptor base one. There's our base one. And again, this has all the standard. If you look at it, it's got the KRaPSMoN Trukz windshield banner and the KRaPSMoN Trukz rear end. So this is what our truck looks like after we modify it. I honestly think this is a much better looking race truck than the Tundra one, but the Tundra, you know, with the 4 doors looks more like an SUV, so I like the looks of this thing, but we're gonna flip it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go in here and go to our livery editor, create design, or actually let's see if we got a design. We might have one already that we can just flip the color. KRaPSMoN Raptor base. Let's do that one, since that's what we're at. So we're going to edit that. And you know what I didn't do on this one, which I wanted to do, which will update it for this year. Let's spin it around. Yeah, see, I don't have it on the back. So it's KRaPSMoN Trukz. Or as Zippy now calling it for us, which I really like, the crap trucks. So we're going to flip this one. Actually, I think instead of making it red, we're going to make it... It would work better if I just make it tuxedo black. So we're just going to do that. Just make it easier to not have to adjust any of the body one, special colors... Again, if you want to do a different color and want me to send you this base one, you can change the color really easy in here in the modifier, or in the livery editor. Magnetic, where is my tuxedo black? There it is. All right, very nice color Ford had years ago. Don't have any more, but yeah, good with the, yeah, that looks pretty good. I like it like that. Yeah, it looks good. It came out good. All right, we're gonna leave that. Rear wing is the. We might go magnetic on that. Let's see if we can go magnetic on the... And the rear wing is actually on this thing. I think it's the tonneau, isn't it? Let's see if we can... Yeah, it's the tonneau. So we're going to go magnetic on that. And I don't know what the other is. Let's see if we can see what changes when we turn the other here. Let's see. Ah! Our accents there. So, okay. So, let's see. Wonder if we put that with Deep Impact Blue, what that would look like. Let's try that. Deep Impact Blue is a really nice, kind of a violetish color. I don't know. At this point. I think I have that as the tuxedo black. Body, let's just keep it at, we'll just put it back to Deep Impact Blue. I think that, if I can find it, there it is. I think that looks the best. I don't know, it just looks like a Ford. So, we'll leave it at that. We're just going to leave it at that. So there is your Raptor KRaPSMoN Truck base truck. And I will share this again right now, just so you all know. Alright, so we're going to overwrite this. I don't think I really changed anything. Let's try to add the KRaPSMoN Truck thing to the... So it's KingPittdawg Racing, Performance, Spec, Modified, Naturally Aspirated. That's what the KRaPSMoN Truck stands for, if you guys are wanting. It's not just something I pulled out of the air. I wanted something that sounded like KRaPSMoN Trucks. But it's, again, K, KingPittdawg Racing, R-A, Performance Spec, which is actually hyphenated, so the S is actually small. Performance Spec, Modified, M-O, Modified, N for Naturally Aspirated. Again, Naturally Aspirated hyphenated, so that would be the breakdown of it. So that's what it stands for. So you don't... Now you know the rest of the story. Alright, so we're going to leave this as it is right there. But I am going to try to do the windows, the back window. See if we can make that look okay with the KRaPSMoN Truck logo on there. Rear, I got to get back here and then tilt it like that. This is really pain in the butt. I wish you could do something different with this. Alright, so we're going to use our FQ2 official, and we're going to start with a big K. Oh, you know what? I don't have the small ones in here. Ugh, I'll have to dig for those. Alright, but that's okay. We only have 3 of them. So K. And we're just going to lay them up here, probably about, what are we going to do? Let's do 22 just to see where it comes out. We're going to try to level it out with the middle window there. Add layer. Favorites, FQ2 official, R. Where's the R? Down there. We're going to go 22, just as a starting point. I'm going to do my P while I'm in here, and then we'll add the A in later. (22). This actually is probably going to work out pretty good. It's probably going to be a little big, actually. Alright, let's go down to 18. Try that. See if that works. That might work. I should have went to the K first. Always try to work as efficient as you can. Let's go to 18. I think this was easier on the Tundra because it's got like a flat window. There, that's about where it needs to be. And then we'll have an S. And then we'll have a capital M. So that'll be just about in the middle. Again, we'll have to adjust these again right at the end there. 18 KRaPSMoN MON. So we'll have to have room for the O there. So it'll actually have two O's. Oh no, there's me an S and an O. I don't know if this. No, see, it's gonna break it apart. So we'll have to put the P as tight as we can. Maybe that's why I didn't put this on the window, but we're gonna give it a shot. Let's see. We need an N. That's gonna go straight up. 18 MON. Yeah, that should work. And then we'll do our trucks. We might do this smaller just to make sure it fits in there. Where's my T? T. I think we're pretty well lined up. Before I send these off as a base livery, I'm going to make sure everything looks straight. FQ2 official trucks, TRUKZ. $18, not 16. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hitting the button, nothing's happening. There we go. We're going to get this as tight as we can, because these are going to be pretty close, I think. Where's my U? There it is. I went down to 17. Oof. I don't know if it's going to fit. We might have to make the truck smaller here. In fact, I'm almost positive we are. Maybe should have went to 15. Should have started at 15 anyway. I wanted to, and I'm like, oh no, I think I can squeeze a little bigger one in there. Yeah, we're gonna have to go down. Let's go 14 and see where that ends up. Let's move that right about. We'll finish with our Z. Again, we're just kind of guessing here on these. Where's our Z? Or Z for you elsewhere. Let's get this all the way to the window, and then we'll just work our way back. Okay. That might work. It does look pretty cool when you're out there running and all of them have the same, like, windshield thing and the same logo on, so. Alright, so now we gotta go find our regular... what do you call it? Non-capital letters, I guess. Alright, so we only need to find the A and the... oh, no, wait. O, S, A, S, and the O. A, S, O. Okay, so we're going to go add decal collection, and these are a few pages in, I think. There we go. No, actually not that far away. Those are capitals. Maybe, you know what? Actually, I don't think I have. I need to go look at the front of this thing. Oh, no, I do not. Okay, so they're just smaller versions. Okay, well, that simplifies things. All right, let's get back into this. Here we go. So that's not going to be as difficult as I thought. I should have done this. Well, we can always add it in. Okay, let's do the O first. Favorites. They're just small versions. They're just small caps. All right, so those we're going to move those to 14. So let's move these to 11. Let's do 9 and see how that looks. And again, we're going to keep these letters, the lines on the numbers, because they already are a split alphabet. We're going to keep those smack dab in the middle. Okay, and we need an S. Oh, there it is. Okay, we're going to go down to 9 on this. There we go. Okay. All right, we're going to line it up right with the color. We're going to put it as tight as we can. Actually, we won't need to modify this. I think we're just going to leave the KRaPSMoN part big, and then the trucks can stay small. All right, so now we need just an A right here, and then we're going to go down to 9 on that. Okay, and we're going to line it up with the color. I think that's lined up. Now we can move our KR over. I wish it didn't do that. That's what pisses me off about this thing. Oh, that's the wrong one anyway. So where's the other one? There it is. Okay. Put a little space there. There. Let's take a look at it outside in the sun. See how she looks. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that looks good. I like it. All right, so that is your base livery. So if you're going to build one, haven't built one with us, and want to do the Raptor, this is the base Raptor. And again, it's just got the basic stuff. You can move the Raptor around. The reason I put these on there is I would like to see the basic stuff like the KRaPSMoN Trukz. And those I definitely want to see the KRaPSMoN Trukz on the front and the rear. And then you've got decals you can move around if you want, resize for the Ford Performance, the Ford Racing, all that. You don't have to keep those there. You can move those around. So, but please do keep the windshield banner, the KRaPSMoN Truck windshield banner, and then also the rear window. So now that we've got that rear window, and it's not that difficult. It only takes about 5 minutes if you can go in there and do that. If you're handy with the livery editor, you can put whatever you want on the license plate. We're gonna put I'm gonna put KingPittdawg Racing on the license plate because I really want to see that on there. So we're gonna go decals, other, and I got. Whoops, no, we're gonna cancel that. Add layer. We're gonna go rear. Select decal, and I found over here, and so I'll put this one on here. This is a blank out, which is really cool, and it's 32. 32 is a positioning for a normal size US license plate. So we'll just put that in there. Oh, this one doesn't work out very good. Oh, let's see. Let's make it a little smaller. We'll make this one 28. It's still there. There it goes. Right there. There we go. Okay. Because all we're going to do on this one is we're going to just make this one. We're just going to put a KingPittdawg Racing logo on there. And we're going to change colors. Add our YouTube logo. Small as we can there. Probably 2 on this one. 2. It's really hard to position that little stuff. Alright, so we change this color. I think I like it in blue better. Yep, that looks good. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So there will be our base livery. I'll share that. 2024 KRaPSMoN Truck base livery Ford. Alright. KRaPSMoN Raptor base. We're going to save as 2024. That way we know it's different. KRaPSMoN. You know, I've been doing that wrong again. Let's see. We'll do the... So this reminds me that the S, because it's performance spec dash, it's a dash. So the S can be small. KRaPSMoN Trukz Raptor. KRaPSMoN Trukz Raptor base. Ooh, that worked out perfect. KRaPSMoN Trukz Raptor Tundra would fit too, so we'll be able to do that. Okay, we're going to save that as not only a livery, but then we're going to save it as a style, and then we're going to share it. And again, if you do this to your truck, you don't even have to go in and do the mods. You might have to buy them. I'm not sure. You might have to buy them before, but it'll set the truck up, everything, all the wheels and everything for you. You can change your wheel color if you want. That's no big deal to me at all. But we're going to set this thing at 550 horsepower if it'll let us. So let's get out of here, save our style, and I'll share it real quick so we have it. Then we'll do the Tundra real quick, and if we need to take some things off that livery, we'll do that. I want to make it as base as possible for everybody. So again, this is we'll do the exact same thing we just did. 2024 KRaPSMoN, and we're going to fix that. KRaPSMoN Trukz Raptor base. There we go. So what you do, if you buy your truck, buy your stuff, and then come in here and if you get my livery, you can just add it from your collection. So what you would do is go here, load, you go to my collection, and then you would go to the ones, see I've got shared items, I shared these last year, back in July. But you can just go to collection, and once you save it from my shared stuff, which go on and find it in the shared stuff, you'll pick this one, the new one I'm just sharing, not right now, not this one. So it'll say 21 or 2024 KRaPSMoN Trukz Raptor base. So that will be the one you'll save. And then when you come in here, you load it, and then it'll automatically have all that. And then you can go from there, go to your livery editor, create design, and then create your own design from the existing style right there. And then you would just go in and save it. Save whatever you want. You could do the same exact thing. Just put 2024 KRaPSMoN Truck and go from there. Or crap truck, however you want to call it. How you save your liveries is up to you. I just am trying to organize everything so I can find them better because they don't give you pictures on these. I realize I don't give pictures on all of them, just some of them. So there is that one. And let's make the Tundra the same. So that's why I went in here. First we're going to do... Oh, I needed to share that. I'm sorry. Why didn't it... okay. No, I know what I need to do. And I apologize. I don't share very often right from this particular area. So we got to go into the showcase then. Go into your items, my items, and go to styles, and then I can share that right there. See, so we'll share this. Use this base livery. KRaPSMoN. Why is that not correcting the KRaPSMoN there? Well, you know what I need to do? I tell you why I need to do it. We need to do this, and then it'll correct it. KRaPS.
What up, King?
Hey, what's up, Steve? I'm modifying things so people make it easier for everybody. KRaPSMoN. There, now it'll come up correctly. Trucks. To create your 24 KRaPSMoN Trukz Raptor. Livery. For HECS races and open lobby races, I guess. Again, all of my tags, again, KPD FQ2 STM, that's how I started, so I just keep doing it consistently on everything. KingPittdawg is the easiest way to do it. And again, they don't let you capitalize things in here, so KingPittdawg, and then because this is tied to the HECS, I'm just going to put HECS as the third tag. So if you're doing anything for HECS, I've been pretty consistent since the first season of putting everything with a tag of HECS since 23. So hopefully if you can find it that way, or you can just type in KingPittdawg. I do have a lot of stuff I share, so you might have to dig a little. But if you look up styles, I don't share that many styles. Just because it just takes time. So there we've got our style saved and shared, and as you can see, I have made up styles for every one of these cars. So if you want to get base decals on the car you want to drive, let me know, and I can send that over to you, and then you can just delete and add decals as you want. I do want to see the KingPittdawg Racing and the HECS when I get more consistent, because you can see some of the newer cars. If you look closely, right at the quarter panel, you can see the HECS Season 3 2024 HECS Season 3 logo there, right about there, right about here. All the newer cars that I built have that, because I kind of did that mid of making all of these, and I have not added them to the early build. So this was an early build. This doesn't say HECS on it, so I will update those liveries. I'm not going to share those until I update them. So we'll work on that. But anybody that wants to run any specific car, let me know. Again, I'm not requiring anything right now, but 25, we're going to be across the board. Everything's going to be consistent. I want to see the logos on the cars. I want to see the plates that I made on the cars. But this year, it'd be a good time to work on it. So there's that one. And so now we've done the Raptor build with the extra engine power. So now we're going to go set the restrictor on this thing. We're not going to put any ballast on this Raptor because it was behind for some reason. And reading through my notes, I think maybe the reason was that, oh, that works out perfect. 98 is 550 horse. So, okay, so 550 horse right there on this one. Again, we're going to drop these babies all the way to the bump stops because we still got a lot of room. I'm going to put these right in the middle at 5. We'll set all of the settings at in the middle here. Again, Daytona Oval, we're going to probably be just eliminating any drag we can on these things. I don't know how the game does actual... You can't, like, suck cars down in this game, I don't think, like they actually do. Where they actually get them to where, when they get out in the air, they're riding on the bump stops. That's how they kind of set these cars these days. That's how the cars look so rough. And again, this is the only way we're setting speed, is through this particular thing here. So we're just going to put 300 on there just as a base number for these. That's what I've been doing the Cup cars at as well. So now we're at 4,142 pounds. We're at 550 horse. So more horse than it had before. I think it was 521. We want to set our front and rear torque distribution all the way up here. We want as close to rear wheel drive as possible. I don't think you're going to need much settings here on these, so we're just going to set these down to like 8. Let's do 8, 16, and let's just do 8, 16, 8 in the front, and we'll do 9, 18, 9 on the rear. Well, actually, that we kind of split the difference with that, don't we? So 9 and 18, what's the middle? 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, that's about as close as we can get. Let's just do 14. Okay, so there we go. There's no downforce adjustments on this. We shouldn't need any sort of brake balance on this thing. You're not going to use much brake. If anything, you're going to use brake to keep from running over a truck in front of you. But we're going to be using a lot of bump drafting. So we're at 637.22 on the Raptor. Okay, we've shared everything. I'm just going to rename this. KRaPSMoN Trukz Raptor. There, let's see, it came up right now. KRaPSMoN Trukz Raptor. 1, 2, 3. I only have 3 letters. We'll just leave it at that. KRaPSMoN Trukz Raptor, we're just going to leave it at that. That's our prototype. Okay. Alright, 637.22 where it sits right now. So let's go change into our Tundra. Oh no, there's my other Raptor. Okay. Okay, this thing looks like KingPittdawg Racing threw up on it. Okay, let's go into settings here and see what we got. Again, we're going to put mediums on. I don't know why I got softs on there. We're going to change this, edit name, and we're going to make this the prototype truck because we're going to take this livery off. KRaPSMoN Trukz Tundra. Perfect. KRaPSMoN Trukz Tundra. Okay, so there we got that. Now let's go set our settings. This car sits up higher. We're going to drop this down to 5 like we did on the Raptor. This is in the middle. Put these in the middle. I don't want to guess anymore on this stuff. We're just going to put it in the middle. Again, logic would tell you something else. We probably shouldn't run any negative camber, but I think I set that on the Tundra at the same. So we'll do 8, 16, 8, and then we'll just do the same thing, 9, 18, 14. I think I set that in the middle because it was right in the middle. Torque vectoring differentials where it needs to be. This one has 114 pounds ballast because we had to put a lot of weight reduction on it. Computers at 100, so everything, we're going to set this at 300. We still have to go in and fix, this one has bore up, engine balance, tuning, polish ports, high lift cap, racing crankshaft. So we got to get some more power out of this one. So let's go see what's left in the tuning shop. Alright, so across the top of the board here, we got all of that stuff in there. Engine balance, tuning. The only thing we can do on this one is this. I don't like having to be in the ultimate in here, but let's leave the Tundra where it's at. Let's leave the Tundra where it's at. Because remember, the Raptor couldn't keep up. So let's leave the Tundra where it's at. We might be messing with the game logistics here, but we're gonna play around with it a little bit and see what happens. Again, we've already got all the ads on this one, and that's why, looking through my notes, I was like, why don't we just do that to the Raptor, even though it's already a 6.2 liter? Now we made it a 6.4 liter. But it was still underperforming, which doesn't make any sense. So, so we're at 4,136 pounds, 521 horse. Let's just look at our okay, we got the wide body, make sure we got everything. So you're going to need a wide body if you're building a Tundra. And the same wheels, and they're the 2020s. 20-inch, the racing wheel, and they should be 20-inch wide, okay? We're just going to hit install because we're just going to go back through this thing. Okay, custom parts, front, again, the front bumper on this one, this style bumper, Type A on the Tundra. Side skirts, again, we want to remove things, we don't want things hanging off the side. And then the bumper, again, we're trying to pull stuff out of the air, so this one has the minimalist bumper on it. Actually has some pretty cool lights on it too, so so we're gonna use that bumper. These trucks look really cool at night when they're racing because they got so many lights on the front of them. Especially these Tundras because they got the light bar and the grill bar, so the grill lights. So okay, so there is your cosmetic stuff, racing items. Again, we want to see, we can't put roll bars in the, or roll cages in these. We do want to see some hood pins on there so it looks like a race truck. And then we're going to do our light bulbs. Yeah, I would definitely recommend Type A on the rear bumper on the license plate. The grill, again, you can do what you want. I did this one because it had all the different types of lights on it. So caliper color, we went with the red, standard red, that defaults. So, livery editor. Now let's open what we got and see if we actually have the base one on this one. I don't know if I did. Tundra base. Yes, I did. Oh, look at that. I'll be damned. Look at that. But I didn't put it across the back window. So let's see if the other ones, open design. I have a base 2 as well. Maybe that has the... Oh, that has the KRaPSMoN Trukz. Oh, and I did it on the bottom of the window. Okay. I like the Raptor at the top, though. So at this point, this is a pretty good base livery, and people can move stuff around if they want. Let's take a look at the back, because I think we're going to edit this a little bit. We're going to do 2024. We're going to create a new one right away. We're going to save this right away. 2024. KRaPSMoN Trukz Tundra. Base. All right. So this will be out there. You guys won't have to worry about that. I don't have anything for the cup cars yet. Again, I never made a cup car logo that I'm requiring yet. But these trucks, there's only 2 models, so it was easy enough to make the liveries on these. So okay, so that's saved. I'm pretty happy with that. If you want to move the King, you can get rid of the KingPittdawg Racing thing on there if you want to. But I do want to add the license plate thing, because I think that is going to make it all tie together nicely. Nope, not there. Add layer, rear. Yep, there we go. Okay, so select decal. What we're going to do is go to our favorites. I think I've got actually a Toyota. We're going to block this out. And I think we had to use 28 on these trucks for some reason. That was weird. Yeah, it's weird because it's 32 on all the cars, but 28 on the trucks here. So, okay, 28 scale on that. And then we're going to add the KingPittdawg Racing logo there. And I think we did, what number did we do on this? 30... 20, it was 24, wasn't it? I think it was 24 for 24. Make it blue. And then we're going to add our it was 2 maybe? Yeah, 2. 3 is too big. Whoop, 0 is too small. Alright. But what we're going to do with this one, because I know I have it, just to kind of add a little something to it. Where is it? No, I think it's stuck in all my miscellaneous stuff. Nope. I'm going to have to dig a little. I know I got one. There's a Mazda one. If you got any of these logos you want, let me know. I've got tons of Toyota fun stuff like Toyota and stuff like that. Let me know if you want that. I'll even, if you want to come on a live stream, I'll go through it with you. You can tell me what ones you might want to put on there, and I can do that for you if you don't want to look for them. I'll even make liveries up for you guys. I'm not afraid to do that. I enjoy doing that. It takes my mind right now off of my issues. So, God, I know I've got one in here somewhere because I've got it on there. There it is. Frame TRD Toyota. It doesn't quite line up with the bolts. Let's get it right about there, 30%. That's a nice number. Let's take a look at it from the side and make sure it doesn't look stupid. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get rid of our KingPittdawg Racing on the back here. If anybody thinks of anything they want on there, just let me know. I'm going to just delete this for now. There, that's a cleaner one, so if you want to do your livery. Now, I did add these TRD Pros on there, so if you want those will be on the logo. I'm going to make this KingPittdawg Racing a lot smaller for you guys when I share this. In fact, I don't have to have that on there. You guys can find my logo. You know, I'll leave it on there. If you want to delete it, just hit delete. But I'll minimize it for you. We're going to put it, in fact, we're going to put it up on the fender just to make it not so intrusive looking. Oop, oop. Yeah, it's kind of cut off. It's not letting me. And we'll do this. Okay, there we go. Let's give a little bit of a tilt. We'll slide it forward, and then we'll move our logo here. And I like this smaller this year. We've gone with a little less. We're kind of minimizing the YouTube portion of this. So we're going to go down to like 5 on this. And you can adjust it if you want. Give it a 1. This might need a 2 tilt on this side. It's weird how that does that. Yeah, the 1 tilt looks okay. If you're working in the same area, please don't make me have to reset every single time. Alright, we're going to go down to 5 here on the scale. Come on, 1. There we go, right there. It looks so much smaller on this side because it's not at the curve. Make sure I'm at, oh, at 82. I thought I went down to 77 on that. Okay, let's make sure this one's the same. Oh, I went to 80. Okay. I think I like it better at 80. We'll leave it that. There we go. Okay, so there is our revised 2024 Tundra. So let's overwrite that. And then we'll save this as a style, and then I will share it with you guys. And again, at this point, let's do some testing with these, with the Raptor at 550 and the Tundra at 525. Or 521. Again, we're punching out this Tundra pretty good. It is just a 5.7 liter, I think, initially. So I got a half a liter less displacement than the Ford, but we did do a lot of mods to it, so I wanted to equal out the Ford. I didn't realize that when we were having troubles last year, because a lot of this just trying to get everything set and get everything run. So there's that. We've got that. Oh, you know what? I know what I was going to do for you guys too on this. Okay, let's open that design back up. We're going to change the color, and I think we're going to make this one. We'll use the Tundra. Edit design. We'll use the Tundra in red, if it looks okay. Because this is, I believe, this color is... Oh no, it is heat blue. Okay, so it is a Toyota color. There is a different Toyota color. That's a little too dark. This sapphire blue here. So we're going to use this actual Toyota color. We're going to switch that over for this one. Body 2 as the hood. Let's move that. I got a really nice red. Let's take a look at that. Otherwise, right now it's Mt Panorama Racing gray. There's another Toyota color I like. That's a gray. I don't think it's this way. I think it's the other way. But I think we're gonna go with the red. We'll see how the FQ2 looks on there. There's a red contrast, which is like their infrared. I think it's right up here. Oh no, radiant red. It is I guess it is a Lexus color. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. We'll leave that. That way the two trucks are consistent with the red and the... this one, though, we're going to do... Since we don't have a lot of accents on this Tundra, we're going to do this one in that pewter gray. If I can find it. There it is. Nah, that doesn't look good. We'll just use our Mt Panorama Racing gray. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's what I've got on there anyway. So everything else is set. So there is your base livery for your Tundra with the red hood to match up with the Ford. You know, the Ford I didn't put the FQ2 on, but again, if you want to do that, you can. You don't have to. You don't have to keep those logos on there. I would like to see the Toyota Motorsports in the window and the KRaPSMoN Trukz on the... I definitely want to see the KRaPSMoN Trukz on the front and the rear. That's why we updated the Ford. So, and again, your wheel color, you can do what you want. So we're going to overwrite that. And then I'll share that so they'll be all right, nice and neat together there. And if you need to find my KingPittdawg Racing logo, I can share that for you. I think I have shared it before, but again, I share a lot of replays and stuff to keep my space open, so you may have a hard time finding that. So I can reshare that if you want. In fact, I'll do that right now. And then the YouTube logo, it starts off huge, so you got to really scale that thing down, that YouTube logo. But the KingPittdawg Racing was created by one of my viewers before, and that was, oh shoot, if I see his name I remember it, but Smoothbert. Yeah, Smoothbert. And I still appreciate that. I cannot tell you guys how much I appreciate everybody helping. Makoto's, they made some logos up, so I cannot tell you again, thank you so much, Makoto, for that. And Smoothbert for saving me tons of time on my KingPittdawg Racing logo. I mean, that is so much easier having that laid out for us. Okay. We're going to get out of there. We'll save our style. Again, it's 2024 KRaPSMoN Trukz Tundra. Base. And again, you just go in there and you can just start. Once you load that, I'll hit that as soon as this stops. If you want to modify it, once you find it, you load it. We'll just share it right here, and we're going to go use, see, hopefully I can see this, use this base livery to create your 2024 KRaPSMoN Trukz update, including, oh shoot, I guess it didn't follow the whole thing through, so so we'll just say your KRaPSMoN Trukz Tundra base livery. Create your, okay, so that's exactly what I want. Okay. Again, if you've already got this from last year, you don't really have to modify it, but somebody who wants to build their truck now, you can do that. Again, I'd like to see the Raptor updated with the back window logo, because that looks really cool when you're out there racing. I gotta admit. KPD, when they're all consistent. And I'm going to spend the next 2 days, I've pretty much earmarked the next 2 days getting everything ready and getting everything to you guys for the HECS, because I need the rest. I'll probably be sleeping part of the days, because I have gotten, in the last 2 weeks, I have not been sleeping more than like an hour and a half to 2 hours at a time, and maybe 3 to 4 hours a night. It's not been good. But I feel good. I had a couple hour nap here in between streams here, so I'm good to go here for a little bit. So I'm going to go through a lot of stuff here tonight. And I'll probably even start a new stream and give a quick summary of all the cars, and then I'll post that stuff up tomorrow. Get everything posted I can. I'm working on final editing and trying to make it as good as I can. I'm going to be doing the what do you call it? The announcements in more like a paragraph form instead of just having everything written out. And then we'll have a summary. I'll just have a base summary that just hits on the details, because pretty much this year everything's the same. So the only things that are going to be different are the base details, like which vehicles are we driving, how many laps are we running, and that. So we'll be running, again, those who haven't heard, our 2024 HECS season starts Friday night, and we're going to be running a very formatted series this year. So we're going to try to keep the same basic format, and we're going to try to keep things as professional as we can. And I'm going to try to get things out right on time. Every year we'll try to have all the stats updated by Wednesday of the following week, even though we're going to have about 3 weeks in between the races, but that'll give us time to do some messing around if I'm not stuck dealing with that stuff. So tabulating on the, I'm trying to create spreadsheets right now, but I can still tabulate the numbers the way I used to. It's not that big a deal to post them up out of my notes in the phone, but I am working on getting this stuff so we can have some full-on stats, and I don't have to spend as much time handwriting all this stuff out on my phone and copy and pasting and things like that. So, all right, so there are your 2 KRaPSMoN Trukz. And again, where we're going to set, I'm going to go look in the settings here, but before I do that, we're going to go and just take a quick peek again at the Ford's numbers where it sits right now. It is at 550 and 4142. So at 521, we might give I think I'm going to give the Tundra a little bit of a weight break with the less horsepower. So let's go in and do that, because right now we've added a ton of ballast. So let's just take this thing down to 100 and see where it puts it. Where does that put us? That's right smack dab in the middle. That puts us at 4,105 pounds. That's about, what, 37 pounds difference? And we're at about, what is it, 29 horsepower difference? Let's just play with that. Let's see what we get with that when we go to practice with these things at... Okay. All right, so we've set our base set up here. We got everything zeroed out. I think we're going to get rid of all of our camber on both trucks. So this will be our base setup for going in there. There's no aero adjustment, so we got what we got with these trucks. So this gives us a 631.87 pp, and then the Tundra's got a 637, or the Raptor's got a 637. I really would like to be able to run both, so I hope we can get the Raptor on par here. Let's put these down to 0. 637.22, that didn't really change it. I think we left this the same. This is the same, 816, 595. Okay, so, yeah, because what we can do, if the Ford is a little faster now, we can just come in and restrict it a little bit. We're at 550 horse. We could go down to like 445. Let's see what these numbers get us. 544. 96, I hope will give us 540. Nope. So 544 would be a good number too. Yeah, so... yeah, I think we're going to leave this at 550. And if it's slow, we can take some of that restriction out of this one. And we can weight the Tundra down a little bit. I don't think the weight makes a big difference on the super speedways, though. So we'll see. If we can get these power balanced out where the game doesn't really balance it out properly. Because we had the things within 1 performance point, both trucks, and the Raptor just would not keep up. Especially when we were doing qualifying, which makes no sense. Because the Tundra is not aerodynamic. And this thing's got, at least it's curved off. So, but anyway, again, those who know that have been in this game know that it's a Japanese game and they tend to favor their own makes, it seems like. But let's end messing with these KRaPSMoN Trukz. Again, these are our 2 setups where we're at right now. 550 horse, 4,142 pounds. 521 horse, 4,105 pounds. So we split the difference between the horsepower and the weight on those. We can still take a lot of weight off the Tundra if we need to. So we'll try to see if that works. And again, those who don't know, we're starting off in these 3 cars. This one, the Lexus RCF GT5. These things are so freaking loud. I think we're gonna go into them and then we're gonna keep changing them because they're just so damn loud. Then I'll talk about them. All right. So now that we're in the NSX concept, let's go back in here. And again, racing mediums we need to put on these. That might be why this car's showing such a big performance boost. Yeah, okay, so we'll set the room at 835. And I think I set all these in the middle as well. Max downforce on these is what I would like to see. You can mess with the top speed. Let's go back into our GTR and see where it's at. These are all in the middle. I didn't check that on the NSX. We'll go back into the NSX. Holy crap, look at the shock adjustment on these things. Again, let's put them in the middle just to figure out where we're at baseline on these cars. know what I did to this thing. I don't think I had ever driven this car before, so I think this is just what defaulted. So again, max downforce. That gets us 835.68. That is pretty much dead on to the Acura. So let's make sure all of this is the same. Let's go a little heavy on the anti-roll bar because there is no actual middle setting. That didn't change anything. We might add in a racing transmission on this. Let's see. Let's go back to the Acura. And let's go, wow, the ride height is 10 above the bump stops, 10 above the bump stops. Let's go 6 on these. 30, 35. Why is that? Maybe I never did mess with these. Let's put these in the middle. Go 2.2 on these. Oop. It's weird that that's such a disparity. Let's just set these in the middle. Screw it. Let's just set these in the middle. We'll leave these where they defaulted. That seems backwards to me, but whatever. And then this one does have a fully customizable racing trans. So let's set this at 300 just to get us, again, we're trying to get a baseline PP number here. Brake controller, we're going to just leave it where it's at. Okay, so that, take a quick look at that. That is your setting sheet. We're going to do this at, we're going to reset this. HECS Daytona. This will probably be the only time we use these cars this year. At least before the Fall Championship Series. We're going to be transitioning over to HECS Daytona Road Course. Alright, there's our base setting, so keep an eye on that. I'll let you do... Boy, that's weird how they set these up, because I guess these are more heavy-duty power race cars, so I'm going to leave these at default, just because I don't know enough about it to mess with it. So we're going to leave those. Everything else is set in the center. We've maxed our downforce. Okay, that's how we're going to set the cars up. I don't really want to have people messing with too many settings on these. So let's see, this one doesn't give me the fully customizable racing transmission or ballast, so we're going to go buy that stuff. So let's go over to our performance tuning shop. FQ2 performance. Power restrictor and ballast. That way we'll have it for both of them. Nothing. Fully customizable manual. Racing brake kit. I'm surprised these don't have carbon brakes. So we're going to put the fully customizable racing trans on these. And again, I'm going to go ahead and buy the rest of the tires. I think I just took the default tire here. Oh, carbon ceramic's not available on this one. Okay. Alright, so none of that stuff's available. That's good. Can't really buy much of anything on these. Okay. Alright. So just go back through it again. Power restrictor and ballast. It already has a fully customizable computer, LSD. And then we're going to add in, it already has the brake kit, brake balance controller. So we're going to add the fully customizable racing transmission. Our tires, make sure you gotta have mediums. Alright, so now, when we go in here, let's go to our garage. And set this up and see where we're at. Okay. So it defaulted to soft tires, so we're going to go back to those. It gives 836.55. Let's go make sure everything is set where it was before. We're going to set this at 300. And that's given us 836.55. So we're still within about a 1.5, I think, of the... Still within about a 1.5 of the Acura. 836, yeah, it's almost exactly a 1.5, because Acura's basically at 835, and this one's at 836.5. So, let's figure out why our Lexus is lagging here. Again, we're going to set our own sheet, and it's just going to be HECS Daytona. Daytona Road Course. figured that was the middle there. We're going to do these at 2.2. Oh, we did them in the middle. Nope, we're just putting them in the middle. We're leaving that where it is. This one I have adjusted, so I'm going to leave this at 20, 30, 40. Just to make it even numbers. And again, we're going to max out our downforce on this one. Our output adjustment, we're going to go to 100. Our ballast, we're going to remove. Whoop. Car settings. Whoop, 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 whoop. 100 on the car settings. 82201. Okay, so we got fully customizable racing transmission. Brake balance curve, we're going to put it at 0. That gives us 82201 on medium tires. So let's go over to the Performance Center, FQ2 Performance, tuning shop. So we're down about 12 to 13. Let's see if there's anything we're allowed to add on this thing. Doesn't look like it. We already have our power restrictor and ballast, fully customizable computer, LSD, racing parts, our racing transmission, our tires. We have our heavy wets in that. There's no options here, so yeah, we're a little down on this one. So I think what I may do is allow a little less rear downforce on this one, which is going to make it faster on the straightaway, but she's going to be a little light on cornering downforce. So I don't think there's anything in here that would affect that either. I put all the same wheels and tires on these, so that shouldn't matter. I don't think there's anything I'm missing here. There's nothing available. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to be down a little bit on the Lexus. Again, what I think I'm going to do is allow... I want the other two maxed at downforce, but the Lexus, I think we're going to pull some downforce off of this thing and see if it fixes that PP level a little bit. Alright, so we're 750 on the rear. Let's drop this down to 700. Now let's do 725. That's 25 points. That made it worse. Alright, let's drop some off the... Let's go right to the middle and see what it does to us. Well, that closed it up. Let's see if we can do the same thing with the front. That closed it up a little even... or wait, did that make it worse? Let's go in the middle here. 830, 32... Let's go to by 1025. Let's see what that does. 828, that went down. Maybe I'd already done this before. I'm starting to realize I moved these way back. So 975 on the 832.61. Let's go 950. Now that does a pretty good job. Oh, that actually really helped. So let's do this. $834.38. That is within 1 point of the 1.5. That's within 2 points. Okay. There's your spec. All right. There's your spec for the... All right. 725, 950. That's really the only thing you can change. So... again, let's start with all the transmissions at 300, and then we'll adjust from there. So this will be spec for these cars that we're running. Again, this kind of stuff over here doesn't really matter. Let's leave all the settings in the middle. And again, I want to try... this will be basically... because I can't do two classes in BOP. So this is going to be our BOP, is just putting all the settings in the middle. Yeah. Make sure we're gonna go through this pretty thoroughly here. 834.38. Okay, so again, we're putting the body height in the middle, and the let's go back to the Acura. Yep, that's in the middle. We got max downforce, max front and rear downforce, 300, and we got these cars within 2 points. I am good with that. I am good with that. 15, 20, 40. Again, this is one thing I don't think this messes with anything. Let's just see if this makes a difference. No, it doesn't. So you can mess with your diff. That's about it. Otherwise, I want to see the spec on that's on the sheet here. Okay. I will let you, if you want, go 5 or 6 on, because there's no center on here, so you can go 5 or 6 on the anti-roll bars. And I'm going to do another video on this because I want to make sure this is right. But I want to summarize this video. We're kind of figuring it out here as we go. Let's go back to the Nissan and make sure all this stuff is the same. Whoop, nope, that's not what I want to do. Car settings. There we go. Now we got to make our own sheet. Edit name. HECS Daytona. Road course. I should put 24, but that's okay. All right, again, max downforce on these two, which is actually lower than the RCF anyway, so that's probably why these things are balancing out. Okay, this one's in the center. Again, you can go 5 or 6 on these. Let's put everything else in the center, and that's going to be our BOP. Let's put these at 3. And just leave the default toe angles on them. And again, you can mess with the diff, and then the brake balance. And if you, like I said, if you want to mess with the roll bar, I'll let you go 5 or 6, so you can choose those two. So that's the only things I'm allowing for Daytona. And I'm going to host a practice tomorrow night, and we'll get into the details on that. And then the HISR cars, again, it's going to be 616 on the PP level for those cars. So the room will be set. The room will be set for the weight to be 2,240 pounds minimum. Horsepower max is going to be, what are these things running for power? 612 on this one? I wasn't really even paying attention to the horsepower numbers, but yes. So we'll spec everything out just like this. And again, so take a screenshot if you want to run the GTR. I'll leave that up. And then I'm just going to real quickly put the RCF back up. Make sure we've got everything set right. Again, it's 725 and 950 on the RCF. That's really not that far off the other two. And we're at 834.38. Again, you can adjust the anti-roll bars and the limited slips if you want. So if you want to get that to your preference. At this point, all 3 cars are BOP'd, though, exactly the same until we do some practice. And if they're pretty even, then that's what we'll go with. I'm just doing this because it's bothering me that it's even up there. Yes, I am that anal. So, okay, so there we go. There's our BOP for our Group 2 cars, our 2016 GT500 cars. And then I'll throw up the Acura up there just real quick. So you can look at that one, make sure everything's correct. Again, you can adjust the anti-roll bar, the limited slip differential, and the brake balance. But everything else, I would want to see where it's at on these numbers. So there is your 3 BOPs, and we've already done our KRaPSMoN Trukz, crap trucks. And I'm going to go ahead and end this stream, and then I'll just turn around and start a new stream up immediately. So, actually, you know what? I'm going to wait till morning to do the other streams because it's getting late and I don't want to bother people. So that's it for tonight. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you around if you have any questions. Again, I've now got the email active for the racing, for the YouTube channel, and it is KPDE-Racing@gmail.com. So KPD, KingPittdawg, E, like E-Racing, like electronic racing. So KPDERACING@gmail.com. KPDERacing@gmail.com. That is actually the name of the official name of the channel in Google is KPDE Racing. I took off the E on racing really early in in doing this because I thought it sounded kind of stupid. But it does work for an email address, so that's what you got. And that'll be it. Thank you all. We'll see you around next time. Until then, KingPittdawg.